Do you know who I am? The question wasn't shouted, but it landed between them with the weight of a slammed door. Daniel Porter froze, his eyes lifting from the menu in his hands. The woman across from him was striking, dressed in a navy blue dress that looked simple, but clearly cost more than he made in a month. Her dark hair was pulled back in a severe knot, and her eyes were cold and sharp, like pieces of glass. I'm sorry, Daniel said softly. Should I? A flicker crossed her face. Disbelief, maybe anger, and she glanced past him toward a corner booth. A group of men in expensive suits were stifling their laughter. Daniel's stomach sank. He knew them. They were the finance guys from the 38th floor, the ones who always strutted past his cleaning cart as if he were invisible. One of them, Gregory Pike, raised his phone like he was checking a text. The red light on the camera blinked. Daniel understood in a gut-wrenching instant. This wasn't a date. This was a setup. The woman's gaze cut back to him like a blade. I'm Miranda Ellison, she said coldly. I'm the chief investment officer of Ellison Financial. You, Mr. Porter, are the janitor in my building. It had all started 8 hours earlier, with a lie. Daniel had been polishing the glass doors in the lobby when Gregory Pike and his friends approached. That alone was unusual. They never spoke to him unless it was to mock him. Porter, Gregory said with a smug grin. Big night for you, my man. Daniel kept working. I don't think so. Oh, come on, another chimed in. We set you up on a blind date. Gorgeous woman in accounting. She's shy, but she's into you. Table for two, 8 o'clock. Don't leave her hanging. Daniel had declined again and again, but they kept pressing. Finally, a seed of curiosity broke through his lonely routine. Maybe it wouldn't hurt. That evening at home, his 7-year-old daughter, Leia, was coloring at the kitchen table. She looked up at him with wide eyes that always reminded him of her late mother. Daddy, you look nervous, she said. He smiled faintly. Some people from work set me up to meet a new friend. A friend? Her whole face lit up. Is she pretty? I don't know, sweetheart. I haven't met her yet. You should go, Leia insisted, running to his closet. She pulled out his one good shirt, a gray button-down he hadn't worn since his wife's funeral. Wear this. It makes your eyes look like the sky. Her excitement pushed him out the door. For her, he wanted to be more than just the tired janitor who dragged home each night. Across town, Miranda Ellison was having a different conversation. Gregory Pike had told her over the phone that a self-made entrepreneur wanted to meet her after reading about her in Forbes. She didn't believe in blind dates, but after a year of crushing loneliness, she reluctantly agreed. Then her babysitter canceled, and Miranda made a decision. She would take her 5-year-old daughter, Maya, with her. Just one drink. What could go wrong? The answer was everything. When Daniel realized the cruel trick, he tried to leave. I should go. No, Miranda snapped. Her voice was quiet but commanding. She wasn't about to give Gregory and his buddies the satisfaction. You will sit. You will order. You will not give them what they want. Just then, 2 little girls appeared at their table. Maya, who had been sitting quietly near the entrance, and Leia, dropped off by Daniel's sister. Hi. Leia beamed at Maya. I'm Leia. Your mom is so pretty. My daddy's handsome, right? Daniel's chest ached. Maya didn't answer. She hadn't spoken in months. Instead, she stared at her lap. As the night unfolded, Daniel found himself watching the child more than the executives smirking from across the room. He saw Maya's silence wasn't shyness. It was a prison. Something inside him stirred, something he thought he had buried forever. He tore open a sugar packet and poured a small star of crystals onto the darkwood table. Then, he dipped his finger in water and let a drop fall beside it. Look, Maya, he whispered. A wishing star and a magic moon. He nudged the droplet until it touched the sugar star. It dissolved instantly. The moon gave the star a hug. Now the wish is safe. Maya's eyes widened. For the first time in a year, a tiny smile broke across her face. Miranda stared in shock. World-renowned specialists had failed to reach her daughter. Yet this janitor, the man she had believed was part of some joke, had broken through in 60 seconds with nothing but sugar and water. Later, in the foyer, she cornered him. Selective mutism, she said, her voice shaking. The doctors call it that. They have no cure. I've paid millions to the best specialists. And you, she gestured helplessly. You made her smile. Tell me who you really are. Daniel's eyes darkened. I'm the man who mops your lobby. That's all. No, Miranda said firmly. You're going to help my daughter. Her command hit a raw nerve. Daniel turned away.
No.
I can't. And he walked out. But Miranda Ellison wasn't a woman who heard no, and Daniel Porter wasn't a man who could ignore the look in Maya's eyes. What began as a cruel prank became something else entirely, a battle between grief and hope, between two broken parents who slowly discovered that sometimes the people you least expect carry the key to healing. For Miranda, it meant learning that strength wasn't about control, it was about vulnerability. For Daniel, it meant realizing that the gift he thought had died with his wife was still alive inside him, waiting for one child's silent plea to awaken it. Together, through late-night sessions, playground encounters, and battles with office politics, they fought not only for Maya's voice but for their own second chance at life. And when Maya finally whispered her first word in over a year, "Mommy," it wasn't just her silence that was broken. It was Daniel's belief that he was finished. It was Miranda's conviction that money could fix everything. It was the wall between two hearts learning to trust again. By the time the cruel joke had run its course, the punchline had flipped. The janitor didn't just save the CEO's daughter. In the end, he saved the CEO herself. And she saved him right back.